giving people better education, especially out in the rural areas. That really fits with the message he'd push later on. But it's also about leaving a legacy. He wanted to make things that would last, that would change people's lives for the better. There's a lot going on in his head, I think, and that's kind of how Imran Khan has always been.
So we have this
Yeah.
guy, really charismatic and driven. He's done amazing things in sports and made a big impact by helping people. And then, as you said, things get even more interesting when he jumps right into politics.
Yeah, 1996, he starts his own political party, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, and it's a rough start. Runs for office in 97, loses, runs again, loses again.
Yeah.
But he doesn't give up easily.
He definitely keeps going, that's for sure. And he does win eventually, right? He finally gets into the National Assembly in 2002, representing his hometown, Mianwali.
And this is where he really starts to make a name for himself in politics. He speaks his mind, especially about the U.S. drone strikes happening in Pakistan's tribal areas. He even joins protests against them.
And his message really connects with people, right? Especially those who are tired of the same old politicians.
It starts to gain momentum. By 2013, in the general election, his party, PTI, comes in second in terms of how many people voted for them. It's a huge change. It shows that Khan is a real player now, and it sets things up for what's coming next.
So PTI doing so well in 2013 really sets him up to win in 2018. He becomes prime minister, and all of a sudden this guy who is a cricketer and then a philanthropist is running a whole country, and it's a country with a lot of problems.
He comes in with this plan, this big 100-day agenda. Promises to fix how the government works, make the economy better, make the country safer. It's nonstop action. And he's really playing up this image of being different, a man of the people. Remember those stories about him selling off all those fancy government cars and getting rid of most of his staff?
Yeah, I read about that. Wasn't there something with like 8 buffalo? Like they were being kept at the prime minister's house and he sold them off, part of his like saving money thing. It was all over the news. Do you think any of that was real or was it all just for show?
I mean, it's definitely part of how he wanted people to see him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it worked. He's saying, look, I'm not like those other politicians. I'm here to help you. But, it's also about how things look. He understands that, using symbols and telling a good story.
But you got to look deeper, right? What was really happening? You mentioned in your notes that his ideas about the economy actually caused some big problems. There was that whole balance of payments thing, which meant Pakistan had to get a bailout from the IMF. Then there were taxes going up and the Pakistani rupee going all over the place. Did anything he did actually help the economy?
It's complicated. Some things got better, some things got worse. You're right, those were rough times for Pakistan's economy. But there were some good things, too. Pakistan actually moved up in the World Bank rankings, the one about how easy it is to do business there. That got better under Khan.
Mm-hmm.
And his government, they made the fiscal deficit smaller